get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Well, one unit I know you could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it. They are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
51. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Play fake. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Ty Johnson, rookie 6th-rounder from Maryland. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All day, dog.
Go, Mike. Hey, Zoo. Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Let's get the ball.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night.
The memory banks, and let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Mayfield off the play fake. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This pass complete to Higgins. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Check 53. that QB's trash. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the deep...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
61, matchbox lights. Defense, give me that ball. Give me that ball.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Devon Kennard drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
It's our time.
Ready.
On 4th down, Stanton. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Let's go.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go.
Let's go.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
94, weapon. Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight
Let's
end,
go,
Seals
bro.
Jones. And he gets
Yes,
this
sir.
inside the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stanton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Stanton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down now, Hilliard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Check 3. Check 3. Hey, Delta.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check.
I'm here all day. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, Sam on.
Stanton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the...
Wait, what? Wait, why is he out of the game? Why is he out of the game too? What? Whoa, hold on.
Out here in the second quarter, so get your
Why is my QE gone?
4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
On second down, Johnson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
And didn't get the push they needed. On third down, Hilliard. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He hits Jermaine Kearse. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. To throw again on second down, Driscoll. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long when they had been in 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now it's Stafford. And this is caught by Kearse. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. Here's Stafford. Being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try. Don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To try again after the sack. Stafford, and he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. There on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running from the gun, Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10.
From the gun, Stanton. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
50, plant. 44, Mike.
Throwing on first down, Stanton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Stanton. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
We got this.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He'll run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ricky. 0. 26, check 26. Watch the safety creep.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, Hilliard. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Stanton. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, Hilliard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
On second down now, Hilliard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Throw right side going to be caught by Seals-Jones. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, Stanton. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. They'll run on first down. Hilliard, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now, Stanton. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stanton. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 32 that time. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sione Takitaki brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. Johnson, the intended target. On first down, Hilliard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
50, plant. 44, Mike.
They'll run again with Hilliard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stanton. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanton. Johnson's got it complete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
44, Mike, 44. 5.
Operating from the gun. Stanton. He gets this one to Johnson. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Kill.
On 4th down, Stafford.